Oh.
That's Archie moving a chair around the room. Welcome back. This is Season 4, Episode 26. Thanks for watching. We are...
Not just any regular...
I did a lot of experimenting last night.
Why does it say blueprints?
First of all, because that's the blueprint mod. I can...
How about the trains?
It's the blueprint Dave.
See, it saves your blueprints, your blueprint strings. Anyway, so this is... I did some experiment last night. I had this big wide area. I built a mod that's currently enabled, but I don't have any items from it. It allows me to build...
Dad, are you doing Twitch or not?
Last episode, Dad.
What?
Why don't you connect this episode with the last episode?
What does that mean?
Like, kind of splice them together.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
'Cause I don't have any video editing software, man.
Oh.
Anyway, so what I'm going to do this episode is redesign the station using only belts. No robots. No logistic robots. So I'm just going to run this power over here.
Because robots cost a lot.
Robots take a lot of electricity, and robots are slow. What? Wood?
And belts don't use anything, and inserters barely use anything compared to
Let's do
robots.
this.
So it's awesome.
Let's get all the wood.
Oh gosh! Not again! Stop popping off, wheel! Can't do
Yeah,
that.
there's no logistic robots here yet, so they're not going to do anything. Anyway, let's put my...
Oh, Dad, the red
Oh, God.
is you can replace it.
Yeah.
There we go. It's in. Why does this wheel keep popping off?
Gosh. I think your thingy is...
Okay, so I'm rebuilding this entire design.
dead.
And
I think your action...
I had a really awesome train station design that I came up with that I want to replicate. And it takes advantage of some ideas that I think are fairly new and bold and everything like that. So I'm going to get to work on that. Do I need more robots? No, they're going to take time to recharge anyway. Okay, so the first idea is the first problem I ran into is these stations was where all the trains were going to. They were never going to these front stations, and some of you might have known that that's what they would have done. And I couldn't get them to move forward any way that I can find. The second problem I ran into is yeah, my boss said thanks. I just fixed a bug. I was actually recording the episode earlier, then I had to stop because he called me and I had to fix a bug on the website, so I just fixed it. Anyway, the second issue that... What? I need another one of these. Really? There. Now you guys have power. The second issue I ran into is that these tracks are not properly formed. I need signals right here. Some of you might have said, yeah, I knew that. I discovered that in Season 1, so I'm going to have to redo those things. Anyway, so I have a fairly novel way of unloading these trains and putting them into a bigger train, and I want to try it out. So first things first, let's clear out this area.
You have so many materials and stuff now on robots and stuff that you can
Yeah, I want to get the station right though.
prototype stuff in the game without having to go out.
Yeah, I don't have to cheat or anything like that, so I can prototype with the resources I already have. So, first things first, I'm going to build this little tree. I call it a Christmas tree. I don't know. It may be a pattern that exists in real life. I don't know what the pattern is called though. Okay, so it looks like this. And then I have tracks that go out like this.
He died.
And I'm going to go out like...
Dad,
Oh,
what if
no.
train tracks
About
were
that.
actually like that?
What?
What if train tracks were actually like that in real life?
Oh, gonna turn it down, drop
You know,
press
we
finish,
have in
press
Tacoma
T.
there. You can go see the train station.
Dad, press T can't even fit there.
Yeah. Here, why don't you put the headphones on so you can hear? You can hear the sounds, okay? All right, let me just upgrade the gun research again. Okay, so this is probably too long. Let's put some wood in there. Let's put some wood over here. All right, so what I'm going to do is when you come this way, it's like that. When you come out, it's like that. I'm going to have a little sensor just so I can see when I interfere with the next signal.
You know, those signals are just like ingenious.
Right there. I think this one I can get rid of now. You know what? I think I need it in there. I wish the trains lined up exactly. It just it's annoying to no end.
That's a train stop.
Yeah, so let's back this guy up. This one's called Moholmarn. You go to Molemarn. By the way,
Okay, it didn't crash.
so
Okay, it
I think
didn't
I
crash.
can get rid of that one. So yes, I can back them up one. Okay, so let's back it up one. By the way, one of the reasons why double-headed trains are so nice is they back up very quickly. And that is nice. There you go. Let's see where you go. Okay, let's get rid of these signals and that signal. Let's put this one. Let's put this one here. Actually, this one needs to be this one so I can see when it clears the signal. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that clears the signal. Just barely. Just barely. What are we complaining about?
Dad,
Yes, Daniel? What is missing a construction robot? What?
oh, road
Oh.
report is.
There we go. Okay, so how do I unload these trains? Well, I was thinking of unloading directly to belts, having like all these stations stacked on top of each other so they all kind of unload together. And for maximum density, I was going to use
Underground.
underground belts like this. And you're like, what is this guy thinking? That's crazy. And you're right, it is kind of crazy. This be here, has to be here.
Where are the squares?
Because I pressed F5.
So what
No,
is
what are
that
the
bar,
squares
Dad?
for?
The squares show you how the tiles work in this game. Okay.
Dad, what's that little purple bar? Like there's purple squares and stuff, but what's that purple bar that keeps moving?
That's what the sounds, I think. There's like a sound script that it follows, and it tells you how far along the sound script it is. So, generally it follows the cycles. Okay, there we go. Now let's take this and make a design out of it. Get rid of the station there. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. There we go. Let's take that, and you can see they just plug in just like this. Bam. And we'll do 4 of them. We'll just completely overkill. Okay.
Why do robots
Now,
build
I was thinking
things?
of... So next I'm going to have... In here, this is where the loading train is going to be. But it's going to take some finagling of everything to get that to work properly. So I'm not going to do that at this time.
What about the chests? Are you just gonna
I don't
unload
want-
them
you guys don't
directly
need that.
into
You don't
chests
need that.
at the
You
end
do
of the
need that.
bottom? So are you gonna unload them into chests
Yes.
right there?
They're going to go into chests. Alright, so I need some more underground belts. It says 14. I have my slow armor on, so let's take this off. Let's get my fast armor. Let's go running. Alright.
Dad, fast armors is powered up.
It's probably the roboports. It's fine. I think it has enough power for my legs. Yeah, it has enough power for my legs. Now it's charging up. Alright. So I need underground belts, more of these. Let's get like 200 of them. That's probably overkill. This one I only need like 100 of them, so. And I can't.
I know what overkill means.
What does overkill mean?
It means you have too much of something.
Yep, that's what overkill means.
You
Hey.
know what you should do?
What should I do, Archie?
So at the bottom of the when you
Got to a damage upgrade for
end,
finish.
you should to unload them to go somewhere. Wait, are you unloading them onto another train?
No, I'm unloading them into my system.
Where's your system?
I want some yellow chests. Give me some yellow chests. Okay, I got 6 yellow chests.
What's
Here.
the gear?
You guys are traveling entirely too far.
What's that?
Which what? This?
No.
Or that? That's saying that I need materials for my construction robots. It tells me what I need.
Why do these still go over there?
It tries to keep things together in the yellow boxes, which I think is kind of dumb. I don't mind if it's all spread out.
Because like you have robots. You just bring it.
Yeah, I just want you to store it somewhere, and I want you to minimize path.
There should be settings for that. Whether you want to group them together.
Maybe.
Or-
Settings make things confusing too. So, how's my power, by the way? Let's check my power. Yeah, my power is doing brilliantly. You can see I can produce massive more power.
Overkill.
This peak is totally high. Okay, so let's go work on my station some more.
So where's your system or something?
Where's my what?
What do you mean? Like put them into your system?
Oh, all the robot network. Robot network.
Oh.
Okay, so you want some of these dudes here. There you go. Okay, now how to power these guys. Well, these guys can actually be powered by small poles, but
Station. What
Let's
else?
do these
What's
guys.
awesome?
I could use substations.
Oh, there should be like electric trains.
Dad,
So you can
Yes,
have like
Daniel.
a pole running all along the train, right?
why don't you blueprint?
There has
that?
been people attempting electric train mods because that way the trains would not need coal at all, which will make things a lot simpler.
But you
Oh,
also
Dad.
need a lot
Oh,
of...
I
and
learned
if you just
about
have them
vanilla.
and if you also just have them run along the poles,
Okay, there we go.
then like
I
every
learned
time they
about
pass a pole,
vanilla
they just fill up
playing.
again.
So
One person talking at a time, Daniel. Archie, what were you saying?
Never mind.
Why, never mind.
It was just an idea for the mod. Like, you just have them run alongside poles and they just automatically recharge. So you just have like poles running along.
oh, those guys are really energized.
Or the train tracks carry the charge themselves.
So you can have electrical train tracks.
So the train tracks are like electric poles, yeah.
There should be like two
are
kinds
those
though.
are
Like,
those large
electrical
electric
should
poles?
These are
Look.
substations.
like electrical
Stuff?
ones should have like
Where's
lots of copper
substations?
Yeah.
wire. Oh, do you know what'd be really cool? Maglev trains in this game.
15.
Dad, what about maglev trains? That way the trains themselves don't need it. You just have like magnetic trains, right? And they just run along the electricity running through the train. So it's not really electric trains and they use electricity to run along it. It's actually maglev trains. And you need to make magnets, but how would you make magnets in this game?
Maglev trains are not a bad idea. I believe in OpenTDD you can. There's people with mods that you can do stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh,
Why is this here?
So like, never mind. You just build it.
Yeah, maglev. So the trains are like super fast and stuff. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Okay, they need some more chain signals, and I got some in my pocket.
But it's like a big downside.
how'd you
because
put
of
it on?
electricity too.
They need some blue inserters, which I don't have a lot of. You can have all the blue inserters that I do have. Oh, that's not going to work. That's a blue chest. Where did the blue inserters go? There you go. Is that enough? I don't know.
Dad, I learned,
You still don't
I learned
have
something
enough
about vanilla.
inserters.
I learned something about vanilla.
What did you learn about vanilla?
So vanilla playing is like you're playing with no mods or anything.
That's what vanilla means, yes.
Nothing added. Right now he's not really technically doing vanilla, but it's pretty close.
Well, there's only a couple things that I like this tool, which
Well-
frankly I think if it comes to building, why do I have construction robots? That's weird. Are you guys gonna bring me stuff, or are you just gonna look at me funny?
Just build construction
Just
robots.
look at me funny. Ho 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 ho.
Okay, I think the blue inserters are all the way down here. There they go. Look at them go.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Eliana.
That song's really fun to play.
Yeah, I heard.
I said that again.
I heard. I want more chain signals.
I want to find a Hyrule Field version of Twilight Princess that doesn't have to have your hand jumping back and forth between the octaves.
Isn't that
That's a common
kind of the
piano
point?
technique.
I know, but like you have to go like from G, like
Yeah.
G to G,
I
and then you
know,
have
I
to go up
do
to where
that
your
too.
thumb was and do it again. You have to do it like here.
I know.
All right, I'm good. Let's go.
Slap dropping
But
does
not
that
so-
too.
Just let her talk, Archie.
Not kind of a,
Not kind of jumpy.
not a really jumpy song where your hand has to jump back and forth a lot. Because my hand can jump back and forth a lot. I can reach notes that are near, and if one finger can reach it, then I can most likely use the rest of my hand if the rest of the notes are within a hand span. My hand is pretty wide. I can reach like,
the point of the song.
Archie sees this song as a challenge.
yeah.
What is this called? This
Every
is called
song
Jordan
is
Challenge.
a challenge to overcome, and if you can master the song, that's really awesome.
There's no path to Jordan Salons. It's right there.
Oh, is there
this
no?
one.
You were picking the wrong one.
Okay, so they get just out of the way. This is good.
You don't have
This needs to be shifted over by one. Wow. Okay, let's
Holy
turn off
cow, what
F5. Yeah,
was
that was
that?
telling. I think that was telling me pollution levels. So what I need to do now?
Do you know what I
those
want them to add to
insanely
this
long
game?
numbers.
What?
Like every single time your train goes over a damaged track, either one, the track gets a lot more damaged, which is more common than the second, and the second is your train has a chance of getting derailed.
Ooh, train derailings. Actually, that'd be really
It has
confusing.
no path.
Yeah, he's trying to go to the next station. He can't go to the next station.
Oh yeah, if they're going too fast around a corner with a ton of cargo,
Yeah,
Let's leave that
they
in
can
there
have a
for
chance of
alignment.
derailing.
they have a chance of just falling over and getting crushed. Oh, Dad, have you heard of a Beam ND or something?
What?
Beam ND or something?
What is that?
It's like a car simulator. Its physics are awesome.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Like, I don't think it's Beam ND.
Ah, everything's backwards.
Beam NG. So it's basically a game where it's like drift, like basically a car simulator, right?
Uh-huh.
And but its physics for car destruction is
All right.
basically the best, right?
And power
So
moves.
like you can make maps. One guy made a map. It's called like Cliff 2.0, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it's like a mountainside, and there's like a path just like created, just like straight down, right?
Uh-huh.
Jump over like a little trench thingy.
Oh, is this the
and
one where
go-
the cars, like, you can dent them and stuff like that?
Not dent.
But you can destroy them as they crash into things. Am I right?
Just a second.
Okay, so this will unload. Now I need to basically do this next part, which is going to be a little more complicated. So I want you guys to clean up this area really quick.
Archie, remember? Archie, remember what you said I would do? You didn't want to hear?
No.
Well, Archie, do you want to hear?
Sure.
And Archie, remember what you said I could do?
Not right now.
And long power poles.
What is this?
Shh.
Daniel, where's my headphones?
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, Archie's wearing them?
Okay, Dad.
No, you can have them. I don't want them right now.
Okay, Dad, just watch this clip. Okay.
No, let's not play clips while I'm doing the videos, okay?
Alright, fine. I'll just take it to the destruction. Alright, Dad. Sample. This is a sample. Just right there.
Yeah, I've seen that game before. I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
It's just. People are saying like, oh, you know what you should do? You should add explosions and stuff. Oh, what was that?
Basically a game where you get to crash cars, right?
Yeah. Daniel?
Okay,
I love these to you. Well, I didn't even say
Now.
that right.
let's
I'm
get this one.
hungry and I want dinner. Mommy.
Let's do copper plates. Okay, we need some power. How are we gonna get some power over here? Everybody has power. There we go. They're unloading. You can see they prefer one side over the other. So I need that information because I do this. You're going to go, oh, this is brilliant. See, now I have 2 belts. And then I go, okay, and then I go bam, blam. Nope. There. There we go. Okay. I'm missing some. Where did it go? Ah, shoot. I lost some of my copper. I had like 100, I believe. At least I thought I did. Okay, let's do this one now. I believe it's going to do the same thing here. There, look at that. No, that one's on the bottom, this one's on the top. Let's make it symmetrical. Symmetrical. And let's put a little balancer here. Okay. Now we are going to build a four-way balancer. Yeah, let's just build it. Actually, I don't need this one. Not yet, at least. Oh, I see where it went. It went in here. It went in the cracks. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's over here. Ah, there. There's some more. Now I got 100. Yeah, so sometimes it goes in there. Sometimes it goes in there. Okay, so let's line everything up. I want to make it perfectly symmetrical. So we go here. Blam, blam. It has to be a real balancer. It can't be one of those fake ones I like to build sometimes. Okay, there we go. Real balancer. Okay, now I did all kinds of board work to figure out what the most efficient way to do this load balancer was, and I hate to report, but I could not come up with anything that would use up less space. So if you guys have designs for ways that I can use up less space, I'd be happy to see them. Beautiful, beautiful symmetry. Oh, it almost looks like it was intended to be this way. Like the entire game was designed just for this right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you do. But regardless. Now before I go much further, so this is going to be right here. He's going to say don't go down there unless you can. Now the blue says that you can't take all the paths, but you can take some of them. Alright, let's have the output. Let's get this little guy going here, which I doubt that there are robots that can go this far, but it looks like there might be. Are they coming? They are not. We shall put a roboport down somewhere close by. Right here, for instance. And again, this is only for construction purposes. We're not going to use logistic robots for anything. The coal and everything will be handled through other methods. Okay, so there we go there. Now we need to build our little loop-de-loo here. We're going to have a curve up like this and go at an angle. Which I hate angle tracks, but in this case it makes a lot of sense because the angle track here, not there, bud, here. No, stop that. There you go. It makes sense here because it allows me to kind of get it closer to the edge. So, and you can actually go here while you can actually go here. You don't have to be so far back. Okay, there you go. I think if I can fit... No, I can't. Okay, forget it. This is good enough. This is good. This is about as good as you're going to get. Okay, and then maybe a signal over here to stop people from going when they're not supposed to. So don't block this intersection is what this guy is saying. Don't go unless you can go. Alright, so this is going to come down and hook up to here. Now, the next thing we need to do is build the... we have 24 minutes on the clock, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you see where this design is going. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye-bye.